But production really set her up, and she should sue them for this thing damages. She should. I would. I think that Black Cat deserves better. Now, can he be the better? I always say this in all my videos, guys. Can he be the better that she deserves? 100%. But Dodo, the woman that you are. Anybody that chooses to hate Dodo, go and ask yourself why. Hi people, welcome back. If it's your first time, my name is Talia, and this is DISBYDEM. We're doing episode 7 of season 8, Heart Signals. I don't know, parts 1 to whatever it was, till like, you know, the VIP episodes. Do all the right things and let's just get into it. Now, just gonna say, I really had no intention of like continuing the show, I'm not even gonna lie. However, because some amazing people who have stuck with me from the beginning of this series said that I should push on, said that, you know, they even talked about there's a reunion probably with all the cast by the end of the season, once the whole thing wraps up. I will do so. So I will tell you now, when I started this episode, there was no love to be found. My world was black and white, guys. There were no color anywhere. There was no color anywhere, guys. It was black and white. Everything was gray. Everything was it wasn't even pissing me off. It was just, I didn't find it cute or romantic in any way. And the episode started, you know, with Black Cat and Lechen making dumplings. You know, something that is high, like romantic, and you know, just full of love. But I could not be bothered. Even when Lala was cooking with Dr. Fa, I could not be bothered, guys. I was just loveless. Watching these episodes, I was also taking out my hair. But that actually helped me, because my full intention was to speed through this bunch of episodes and just watch and like get the cliff notes and everything. But because my hands were occupied taking out my braids, I actually watched all episodes in full. So I guess everything happens for a reason. So yeah, we do start out with Black Cat and Lechen. And she made dumplings, or she started making dumplings because he liked dumplings. And so when he got back, even though he had already had dinner, he still, you know, sat with her and they had dinner together. It was cute. It was a cute scene. But like I said, I have no love left to give, guys, to this show anymore. I'm going to save my love for season 6, which I will be reacting to later on. So we then see West Coast, and he's just basically a husk of himself. He's just walking around this house. I think at this point he had decided what he wanted to do, and he was just biding his time. Then we see Lan Lan hand Dr. Fang one of the balls from, you know, the claw machine that he'd made for her. So it's another activity that they would do together. Bad Boy was kind of hanging around in the kitchen with the dog, but he was also sort of trying to give them their own space. He was trying to coax the dog out of the kitchen slowly. But for some reason, Lan Lan was distracted by him and the dog. I don't know. I guess she does find him cute. Not cute enough to want to marry him, but I think everything he does is very endearing, and I can see that, you know. So she was very distracted by him, even though Dr. Fang was trying to talk to her. You know that she wants to be with Dr. Fang, but what Bad Boy was doing was also cute to her, I guess, is the best way that I can describe it. There was this awkwardness with Dodo and the rest. I don't know what I meant by that. I think because Lechen was, I have no idea what I meant by that, guys. I was checked out. I think because Lechen was there. Yes, Lechen was there. Dodo came in and there was a lot of awkwardness between them. He doesn't even, like, he actively tries to ignore her or avoid her, is the best way that I can describe it. And at this point, we know why. We don't really care at this point. In fact, I don't know why Dodo cares, but I guess closure and all whatnot, it is what it is. Lechen then walks the dogs with Black Cat. Checked out again. Here's the thing, their relationship is cute. Them as a couple, very cute. Partly, I blame production for not inserting a bunch of more interactions between them. You know, the way we got to see Dr. Fang and Lan Lan, like, just constantly interacting with each other, their cute smile, their cute chats and everything. We don't get to see enough of that, of Black Cat and Lechen together. And I think that also influenced our perspective of their relationship, especially us that are not on board for Lechen. Not that we're not on board, or me. Let me use me. I don't know why I'm saying we. Me, especially for me, who is not on board for Lechen. The character as a person that I have seen on season 8 is not somebody that I would wish upon my daughter. I'm just saying, I think he could be a good partner. He has amazing qualities, but he also has things. He has this perpetual wall that he has put up between himself and the world, and he needs therapy, guys. I'm sorry. I am sorry. You guys think I hate him? I do not. I do not. I want everybody to find love. That's why I watch these shows. But my homeboy needs therapy. And I'll explain a little bit more about that as we go. It's not like I'm a professional, guys. I just think he needs somebody to help him break down all these things that he has built for himself over the years. Whatever his trauma is, he needs somebody to help him break those down. Because it won't work until he works it. Let's just move on, Sha. Yuhan and action hero circle Sunnyside like a vulture. So she comes back with the sweets for Dodo. I think she'd noticed because Dodo had been sad for the past few days. So I think she just brought that back, knowing Dodo likes cinnamon sweets, in order to cheer her up. And Yuhan and action hero circle her like vultures, guys. It looked like action hero was winning at first. Yuhan didn't really know what to do with himself. But to the, I guess, what's the phrase? Slow and steady wins the race, because in the end, Yuhan does get time away with her. Like they went downstairs to one of those circular places by the gym or something, and he had enough time with her, which was kind of nice. Yifan gets back. She sees Yuhan in this place with Sunnyside. They're having a conversation. Yuhan had got her an individual cake because he knows she loves cake. They really did look like a couple. Yifan sees this and says, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to interrupt anyways, even though this man has rejected me all but 700 times. And I'm like thinking, and I get it, guys. I get it. Again, I get it. But what exactly is going on in her brain that she hasn't clued into the fact that this man does not want her? Like, I don't understand. Because why? She should have seen that, taking the L, and just walked away. She made the point to go over there and talk to them, and it's like, no, enough. He has told you where his heart is. He has shown you where his heart is. Let the man be. Speaking of Yuhan, he was very impressive in this episode. Very impressive. I have to call it out because I've been wailing on this this poor boy since episode 1. I have to call it out. He definitely is slow to start. But I think once you get that engine revving, it may take a while for you to run it down. And I don't mean like in everything, but at least in making his intentions known to Sunnyside, he delivered this episode. And I have to put respect on this man's name where respect is due. So anyways, Yifan interrupting them kind of put a damper on Sunnyside's mood, and she did look a little sad about that whole situation, but it is what it is. West Coast gets set up basically. So him, action hero, Jue, and Dodo all decide that they want to take a walk. The only reason why he decided to go on that walk was because Dodo was going on it too. And I kind of feel pissed off on his behalf that Dodo is actively trying to set him up with somebody else, knowing that he likes her. She can't be that ignorant of the situation. So it pisses me off that she was doing what she was doing, but it's neither here or there. What they did was they all went to the second half of the house, and as soon as West Coast and Jue were inside, Action Hero and Dodo looked at each other and dipped. So they left West Coast and Jue together. I think this was the straw that broke the camel's back for real long, because why? The poor boy fell trap. Now, when it comes to Rulong as well, I wish that I get it that he's a gentle soul, but he could have been more proactive about letting Jue down a little firmer. She knew. Jue knew that he wasn't really feeling her like that, but because he hadn't expressively said, I just see you as a friend, or done like the wife beat down that Lechen gave her in that very first date that they went on way back when, she had no reason to stop advancing. So I wish that West Coast had been a little firmer in just saying that with you, I think it's mostly friendship for me. They need to learn that phrase, especially with the rules. With you, it's mostly friendship. With you, I see you being a friend. You are a good friend. It's a way to slap somebody without slapping them. It's harsh, but at least it gets the message across. So this poor boy is stuck with her, and she was the one who said that they should go into that room, right? I feel like she was the one who said that they should check out that room or go upstairs or something like that, because when she was relaying the information later to Black Cat, the story switched, and I was like, is it subtitles that are screwing me over, or is Jue not there's just something wrong about the narration of how everything went down, is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, that passed. Dodo then tells Action Hero that she intends to push on with Lechen, because as long as there's 1%, there's a chance. It's this point that I left the chat, guys. I said no, I'm not doing this anymore. Even though she made me cry relentlessly during this episode, my heart was breaking. My heart was breaking, guys. But it was at that point in time I said that, Dodo, you are a lost cause, and I cannot be part of it anymore. I just can't. I refuse to be. The heart signal text Yifan and Sunnyside sent to Yuhan, Yuhan sent to Sunnyside. Dodo Black Cat to Lechen, Lechen sent to Black Cat. Jue and West Coast exchanged text, but West Coast's text was this long explanation. Honestly, it was basically the letter that he sent to her at the end. But it was a very long explanation, just trying to break it down, I guess. But again, Jue did not catch the hint from the letter. I don't know what it is. I guess she was just trying to break him down because he's such a cool guy, you know. Bad Boy and Dr. Fang to Lan 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 to Dr. Fang, of course. And then Action Hero sent it to Dodo. And I think he did that because it was like a gratitude thing for their conversation that they had during their walk. So Jue tells Black Cat, this is where she tells Black Cat that West Coast was the one who wanted them to go upstairs. And I was like, girl, I really feel like you were the one who suggested that. West Coast did not even want to go into that house with you in the first place. So I'm very confused about this narration that you are telling. Action Hero then asks Sunnyside on a date. I think just riding on the talk he'd had with Dodo, he decides that I'm going to push forward with this girl because there's still a chance. In his case, I do believe that there is still a chance, for sure. Then part 2 rolls around. We see Lechen and he's prepped breakfast privately for Black Cats in, like, again, that room that is beside the gym downstairs. He had separated the breakfast completely. This was the first time that I actually saw boyfriend material for him. Because, guys, this was something that was intentionally done solely for her. Yes, I get he cooked fish for her that we saw. I think maybe he's been doing some other things that we don't see. But based on what we've seen, yeah, he cooked fish for her, but that was shared with the whole house. So even if it was a private thing for them, they still had to share. This was like, nobody touches my girl's food. It is privately away from the house. It is just for you. So this was where I was like, okay, yeah, he does have tendencies and qualities to be a good boyfriend. However, I'm still reserved on him. I think that Black Cat deserves better. Now, can he be the better? I always say this in all my videos, guys. Can he be the better that she deserves? 100%. Lalan then has like this deep conversation with Yifan. They go for like this hair spa. They do this hair thing in China a lot where they just massage your scalp and really treat your hair. They call it a soul massage, I think is what it's called. So she and Lalan have a deep conversation. Lalan says that she regrets how pushy she was on the train, as she should. And in fact, she said that she said something about being brave, that she doesn't regret the fact that she was brave. And 50-50, guys. She was brave in asking him out on that train date, but pushing on and trying to pressure the guy into taking her on as a potential girlfriend after he'd rejected her 3 times, that was unnecessary. Anywho, Lala says that she has deep conversations with Bad Boy, but that she has everyday conversations with Dr. Fang. And so she said that she's actually a little confused right now. Yifan did give her I think Yifan gave her great advice. She said that, who makes you smile? Who is it effortless to be around? That is your most natural decision. Whoever it is that you are naturally like just turn to or get to, that is probably who you want to be around and who you should pick. We all know that Lalan is picking Dr. Fang, but so I don't see any hope for her picking Bad Boy unless they've really messed us up with the production and the editing throughout this entire thing. That's all I'm saying. Action Hero then meets Sunnyside outside for their date. He meets her with flowers. Turns out to be an archery date. They do archery. They play badminton. They go karting, and he then cooks for her. Honestly, the whole ass date was very, very it was good. He even had a whole cake stand with decoration. It was almost like a wedding reception cake with the whole ass stand and everything, flowers and everything, and then there were coupons to spend time with him, I think, or something like, no, coupons for all the hobbies that he wanted to introduce her to. It was very cute. See, I love it for my girl. I love it for Sunnyside. Sunnyside is being wine and dined, and I love that for her. This is kind of experience we want people to have, whether be it man or woman. I just want them to enjoy their time in searching for love. Now, it does complicate things a little bit because I do believe that Sunnyside is truly torn between these two guys. I think Yuhan is her natural choice. I feel like pick today, she will pick Yuhan because that's who she is. That's who her like mind goes to. But Action Hero keeps chipping at that choice every single action that he takes. This is why I call him Action Hero, guys, because the guy was just shining. He did absolutely fantastic. And you can really tell that he likes this girl. So now, the question for her is longevity. In the grand scheme of things, when it all boils down to it, marriage, being with this person for the longest time, forever, basically, who is going to be that man that you see yourself being with? Will it be Yuhan? Will he be able to, continue doing the things that you want, being that person who you don't have to push every single day? Or will it be Action Hero? I think in the end she will choose Yuhan because that's who she wants, and he seems to actually be doing the things that she wants. Slowly but surely, he's actually picking it up a little bit and getting more proactive about being intentional about his feelings for her. But it will be a hard choice. We'll just have to wait for that final decision to see. Dodo then watches the fish for a bit, and she was the only one in the house, and the door opens and it's Lechen. And I swear to God, I think he wanted to turn back and run, but it was too late. There was nothing that he could do. And I was like, God have mercy. My hand fell for her in that point in time. The fact he really wanted to run away. If he had the chance, if she didn't see him, he would have run away. My Lord. She then takes him, she basically follows him around. He has no choice but to begrudgingly talk to her, and she tells him that she got him a fish tank, which doubles up as like a pet house, a cat house, and everything upstairs. Like, she pulled out all the stuff. Then they now finally have that talk that they should have had a long time ago, and that he should have probably just had with her and did it the whole thing a long time ago. Now, he said some things, yeah? He said a bunch of things. In fact, I think he made 5 main points. And I agreed with him in all except one. Let's talk about the ones where I agreed with him. He said that in the beginning, the feelings were real. And I think that is what, especially me, this is what I was hanging on to. It wasn't a fleeting thing. He sold this girl a dream in the beginning, and he yanked that rug from under her without explaining why. He kind of just sold her this dream and fantasy from that very beginning, and then because he was, when they first met, I feel like he was the one intentionally trying to grab Dodo's attention. And then to just switch without an explanation is what is cruel. Had he kind of said it back then when he knew, because he knew a long time ago that Black Cat was for him, and then didn't do anything about it with Dodo, did not tell her early enough, that's what pisses me off. And that's the thing that I keep holding on to, that pisses me off, He said he's not someone that needs to be pulled by someone else. Valid. He said that that they are both suited best to be like companions, friends. Valid. He said your person won't need to knock. They won't need you to come and knock on the door, because she was saying that she's somebody that comes to you. You know how Dodo is now. So he said that the person will not need you to come and knock on their door. They will come to you willingly. Valid. The one thing that he said that pissed me off, guys, and I disagree completely, was when he said that she was pressuring him. And I was like, when did Dodo ever pressure him? If we're comparing, and I'm not comparing them, but if we're comparing actions, Black Cat was way more pressuring than Dodo, because Black Cat was actively seeking him, actively being around him, actively pursuing him. So it's only pressure when you don't want it. That is the truth. And Dodo never did that. Dodo was always around, but never like pushed herself on him. She always hung just around. I'm just tired. All these women were always going to him. When did he ever approach one of these women on his own? Except Black Cat, once he figured out that was who he liked. That pissed me off, guys. That pissed me off. And it drove it more that I just don't like him in the show. Guys, in the show. before some people come and take my head. Shout out to all the people who left comments. A lot of you left comments on the last video. Thank you so much. Your names are gonna fly up the screen up here. You guys absolutely nailed it. A lot of you had very fantastic points. Specific shout out to Mohammed. No, my last video was not about you. I just wanted to confirm that. Trust me. In fact, I think the subscribers on here are so respectful, so respectful. My last addressing the hate video was more for the hate that the singles and the people that come on these shows receive. I just don't like it because, again, if people keep driving them away, who's going to do these shows for us, you know? And it's just not nice. It's not nice. It's not necessary. That kind of hate should not be spread. So no, this channel, good. My other channel, that's a different thing entirely. Moving back to the recap. So we see Jue then get West Coast key and everything for the train date. I don't understand why. I feel like production set her up for this thing because they knew. There's no way they didn't know. With all those letters that he had prepped on her bed, they knew. So why would they encourage her to go and get the key? Why would they say, maybe, I feel like it was staged, guys. I'm not even going to lie. Maybe, I don't know if she knew. I don't think she knew. If not, she will not embarrass herself like this on international TV. But production really set her up, and she should sue them for this thing damages. She should. I would. So she prepped herself, you know, hoping to take homeboy on the train date, only for him not to return. They go and check his room, and he had left letters for all of them. Homeboy left the show. He said, I'm done with this. I don't want to be part of this circus no more. Oh God, no, it left a hole when I found out that he left the show. I get it. I honestly think that it was the best thing for his mental health before it got ugly in many ways, you know. And it's so sad that I don't even think Dodo ever saw him even as an option, you know, a dating option, which is just, it blows my mind. But you like who you like. Dodo decided that her life was going to be stuck to Lechen, and yeah, well, Lechen showed her who he was. So Dodo cries the most. She actually does break down. His letter to her, I did take a snippet and I will put it up here, was very heartfelt. You could just tell that all the love that he had for this girl, he put it in there. He does even say that he was hoping that they could get to know each other even more. The way Dodo was crying, it's like she knew. I think Dodo was holding guilt for everything that happened, and she herself was trying to just laugh it off, which pisses me off even more. Why would you do to somebody what you don't want what is being done to you? You know that what Lechen was doing to you, you didn't really like, but because you thought you could cover it with laughs and smiles and jokes, it was all right. Nothing on my girl, guys. Nothing on my girl. And I'm not assuming that that is what she did. Well, I'm just saying that there's a probability or a likelihood that that was exactly what was going through her mind while she was handling the situation with this boy. And she could see that he was not happy. She could see it, but you don't want to assume everybody was dealing, you know what? Everybody was dealing with their own heartbreak. Dodo was trying to sort out her Lechen life, while West Coast was trying to sort out his Dodo life. So, to each their own. And Jue was also shattered, of course, because she really liked this boy. And I thought that the letter he wrote to her was also beautiful. Yet again, I will put a snippet of it up here. Jue then thinks that she was pressuring him and that's why he left. So she has that added guilt on her. Was she pressuring him? I would say yes. However, he didn't make it known specifically that this wasn't really for him. Rule or not, there's always ways to tell, you know? He didn't really shut it down without shutting it down, is the best way I was saying it. Him saying he wanted the best, which he repeated in his letter, he wants the best or nothing at all. It doesn't really say if she's the best for him or not, you know? It doesn't really say much. Because Julie might be thinking maybe I'm the best and he's still just trying to figure things out, right? Like, I don't know, it was just a sad thing all around. She does get pepped up by Black Hat and Dodo. Mostly Dodo was like, just, you know, it is what it is. You'll have another chance to get to know the true guy, you know. And they just pepped her up and helped her smile again, which was kind of nice. Moving on to part 3, we see Dr. Fang and he's making breakfast and Lan Lan joins him. What did I write here? She started paying. I don't know what that means, guys. Oh my god. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. For moving on, Lechen then gets back and he cooks for Black Cat. She's there obviously, and she takes pictures of him with that Polaroid. They need to burn all Polaroids in this world. You guys know my feelings. So if you don't know, if this is your first time, guys, I hate Polaroids. It just doesn't work for me. And they're always in all these shows. They need to burn them all. Yuhan then shows Sunnyside his arts and craft, you know, puzzle thing that she got for him, the flower thing, and then they started doing it together. And he said something cute. He said, time passes quickly because they're coming to the end of their time in the house. But yesterday it felt so long and it was so cute because yesterday she had her date with Action Hero. I was like, yes, Yuhan impressed me in this episode. This was where I actually started smiling, guys. When Yuhan said that, I actually cracked a smile. From the entire 3 episodes that I've been watching, this was the first time that I cracked a smile. Very cute. Dr. Fang and Lan then draw together, which was the request from the claw machine that she picked. So he'd gotten supplies for them to do it together. Honestly, they're a match made in heaven. And then Black Cat gets deep about her family with Lechen. They're sitting together. What? You guys would say that it's personal. It really isn't. I would ask this question of anybody who is supposedly spending time with somebody that he potentially likes and sees himself marrying. Why was he reading a book while she was actively trying to have a conversation with him? And even when he dropped the book, why was he on his laptop? And we see this again in the episode, the VIP episode. We see her and him sitting together having a conversation and he's on his laptop throughout. Guys, a wall. This is what their relationship is going to look like. And she doesn't see it now because she's in love. It's all hearts and flowers. But it will be a problem. It will be a problem. Because why? No, I didn't like that personally. I didn't like that. There's no way to convince you and not confuse you. I'm kidding. There's no way to convince you guys that this is actually a thing that I see being a problem. Not because I don't already like the guy, but because it's a thing that it will be a problem in any relationship, period, whether I liked you or not. If your partner is trying to talk to you, you listen. You put down everything and you listen. She's having a deep conversation with you about her family. Put down your fucking book or laptop. Now is not the time. Lechen then takes her out, and to that small hut that is on the premise. Like when on the premises when you're going up the stairs, there's always that small hut. And apparently he has decided that he's taking her on the trial couple trip. So there's lights, there's fireworks, and they get the text that they have to pack right away and they're heading to the airport. They're going somewhere, Samyang Lake or something like that. I really didn't care, guys. My own question is, yeah, for Black Cat. Really happy for her. She seems very happy and I love that for her. My own question is that with all the production and everything that they have done with Lan and Dr. Fang, how come it's Lechen and Black Cat that are going for this trip first? I'm very confused. Can only one couple get to go on the trip and the production had decided that this would be Lechen and Black Cat's act? Because why? So this is where I think people lost their mind about the production and how they have done this entire series, how they have edited it. Because the way you have edited it, it makes sense for Lan to go on this before Black Cat goes. Or makes sense rather for Dr. Fang to be the one to take Lan on this before Lechen decides to take Black Cat. Because we've not seen them interact enough for them to get to this point. So why? That's all I'm saying. But Black Cat looks very happy, and you know what? Good for her. This girl, she's so beautiful, and I wish the best for her. I just don't like her choice. I really don't. Jue then announces that she is also leaving, and she has gifts for everybody. So I think it's surprise boxes. I think that's what they are called. Dodo then asks Black Cat to swap with her, which was kind of like a gift exchange thing. Guys, I was watching Dodo like a hawk. From when those fireworks went up and she was taking pictures of the couple to when she asked Black Cat to exchange that box with her, there was not 1 ounce of jealousy, hatred, spite, sadness in her eyes, guys. I was watching her like a hawk. I wanted to see. I really wanted to see. This girl does not know how. She doesn't know how to be spiteful. And the fact that people are hating on her this bad breaks my heart because I watched her. I watched her very closely. No. So Black Cat does exchange the gift with her, and so for some reason, I don't know whether she was feeling guilty or something, she then asks Dodo to talk to her. Before I get into their conversation, I was not happy that Black Cat decided now was the time to talk to Dodo. Do I think they needed to talk? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Again, this is a show to find love. And it's not like Black Cat had done anything spiteful throughout this entire show. No. But women had conducted themselves flawlessly. However, it was fine. Black Cat was feeling guilty. She is 22. I keep trying to remind myself that she's the youngest in the house and the baby in the house. So I guess handling this situation is a little bit different for her, navigating things like this. And she has probably felt really bad about the whole thing from the beginning. So she decides that she wants to have a come to Jesus chat with her. Dodo just, Dodo made me cry. I was weeping because Dodo was like, there's nothing that you have to be sorry about, nothing that you have to be, I want to cry again. I want to cry again. Nothing that you have to be sad about. You know, she said that it was just a thing of timing, and that they were not suited for each other, but she can see the Black Cat is happy and she wishes her nothing but the best. Dodo's propensity, to find the positive in every situation is outstanding. Outstanding. Because that girl is a saint. She is an angel who was dropped down to earth and has amnesia, guys. Dodo is fucking amazing, because there is no way. The way she spins things, and I think maybe her career also comes into that as a traditional Chinese medicine healer. They are not my fan. I think some of the things that they focus on is natural remedies, healing, you know, tapping into nature, the use of herbs, plants, and all these things, your chi. So that has to be something that keeps her driven, because the way this girl finds positivity in everything, even when Lechen was breaking her heart upstairs, you know, the way she was just finding positive and talking her way out of everything, talking herself out of getting sad and depressed. I have to put respect on her name. And I don't think she'll ever watch it, but Dodo, the woman that you are. Anybody that chooses to hate Dodo, go and ask yourself why. Because you're not hating her. There's something about you that is wrong. It's just the truth. It's facts at this point in time. And this is something that I will stand on for the rest of my life. This girl is amazing. I didn't think that this would be as long as the other recaps. We'll see what episode 8 brings. At this point, guys, I'm watching to complete, not because I care. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's just been an interesting season so far. I can't say that I love it, but let's hope for better days. Anyway, shout out to people who left comments. Thank you so much. Thank you for always engaging. I think everybody's feeling a lot of things right now with season 8, and it is what it is, but we'll see how it all ends. Let's hope for better days. We get dates. I think we get some more dates next episode, the final date, so we'll see how that all pans out. But yeah, be sure to do all the right things, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.